Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and I wanted to revisit the Inkwitch Tarot deck because I recently got the second edition. On January 18th, I put out a video about the Inkwitch Tarot, and I was not sure if the copy I got was a counterfeit, and it turns out that it was a counterfeit, and I found out because I talked via email to the author and creator Eric Maille, or it's either Maille or Maille. I'm going to say Maille, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But anyway, so the one I got at Half Price Books is indeed a counterfeit. So I went to Half Price Books, I spoke to them, and they basically said that, look, we don't have the time or energy or knowledge to put into finding out whether these decks are counterfeit or whether they're legit. And so basically, one person I talked to was very nice and helpful and was going to try to do something, and the other person just blew me off. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but anyway, the counterfeit deck is a lot smaller than the original, and the first edition is no longer available. It's out of print. But if you're wondering if you have a counterfeit deck, first of all, it's a flip-top box. The original, the second edition anyway, does not have a flip-top box. And these counterfeit cards are 2 1/4 by 4 inches. So you'll know, you can really tell by the smaller size, the flip-top box and the URL code, which doesn't work. Okay, so enough about that. Let's look at the real thing. So this is the Inkwitch Tarot deck second edition, again by Eric Maille, and it's a limited Kickstarter second edition, made in China. And let me read you the description first and tell you a little bit about it. So this was on his website. If you want to visit his website, I just looked up Eric Maille artist, and he has a shop there and has artwork and decks and things. And this deck is $55, so it is not it's not cheap by any means. But if we want to support our artist, it's going to cost him more to do if he's doing a Kickstarter. So that's what happens. But the deck is $55, and it says it's a traditionally illustrated watercolor and ink tarot deck which draws imagery from ancient mythology, European folklore, Arthurian legends, pagan witches, and the subtle but power magic of the modern world. It features a color palette of cool grays and warm sepia tones with an emphasis on hand-drawn illustrated aesthetics. So this deck, the second edition, comes with 86 cards. There's 78 standard cards, 3 alternate versions of the Lovers, 3 alternate versions of the Devil, and 2 versions of a unique unnumbered card, the Witch. All right, now I also got an expansion pack which has 14 additional cards that you can add to the second edition of the deck, but not the first edition, because the back is different on the back is different on the first edition. So let me separate this expansion pack and I will show it to you at the end. Okay, so the actual legitimate deck is a clamshell box with a ribbon. It's got a magnetic closure, and it says a complete tarot deck modeled largely after the format of the popular Rider-Waite Smith deck. And this is a 2023 deck. All right, so this particular version, the second edition, comes with a pamphlet, and in the pamphlet are short keywords and key phrases for the major arcana, each one, and also for each of the minor arcana cards as well. And it says your deck includes 4 versions of the Lover's card and 4 versions of the Devil card. You can feel free to use whichever combination of these cards suits your personal taste. And then it talks about, again, the unique Witch card. So I thought, I looked in here and I said, I wonder if there's a meaning for the Witch card. And I did not find one. But have no fear. Oh, it does here. It does. It says it means autonomy, personal power, choosing your own fate, reversed, self-doubt, and then reversed. So this gives a reversed and upright keywords for each card. And then self-doubt, these are the reverse meanings are self-doubt, relinquishing power, and relying on others. All right, so you have that pamphlet. And I was a little disappointed because I thought, oh, this doesn't come with a guidebook. But he has a guidebook featured on his in his store, and I thought, well, you know, I'm not going to be able to afford this $55 deck and an additional guidebook. But it turns out that he has a really nice thing on there, and that really nice thing is this: you get a free link to download the guidebook, and it is a 200 plus page guidebook, and I'm going to show it to you because I printed it because yes, I am a person that needs something in my hand to read. Well, I don't need it, but I like to have that. Okay, I'm not, at my heart, I am not a super technology person. So, along with the order came this little business card size card, and then there's a URL code to go to his website, and then it says, thank you so much for supporting my work. Here are more URLs to unload free PDFs of the guidebook for any of his deck. So you do, when you buy a deck, you get a URL to download any of the guidebooks for free. And I think that is super nice, and it's a super good deal. And if you want to join him on Patreon, or when you want to join his email list, you can do that as well. Now let's look at this guidebook, and I will do a one card reading at the end so you can see how this is written. But wowie kazowie, it's like a lot. He has, this is big. It's, let me see how many pages it is. It's 208 pages. I think it's, it is advertised as 212, but there were a few blank pages that I didn't print because, except for page number 2. All right, so it talks about the second edition against 2023. You get a table of contents. You get another blank card. There's an introduction. And very interesting, there is how the deck is structured, how to read the cards, and using spreads. I think he has some spreads here. Yeah, single card draw. Then he's got 3 card, past, present, future. And then he's got the Celtic cross and the meanings of all the positions. Persephone's pomegranate seeds, 7 card spread. Here it is described. Odin's awakening, a 5 card spread. And again, description of the positions. The scales of Anubis, a 5 card spread. The Inkwitch's guidance spread. And then using tarot with oracle cards. And he does have a lot of oracle decks as well. I don't have any of them at this time. And then the glossary of cards. So it starts with the major arcana. And for each card, you get a full page, upright keywords, reversed keywords, and then description of the upright meaning in detail, description of the reverse meaning in detail. And then he has a little a picture of the Fool, like a half a page, and then discussion. The Fool is the first card I illustrated for the Inkwitch Tarot all the way back in 2018. The rest of the cards were not created in order, but I like that the Fool was first. And then he tells his story about that. Okay, so the Magician, again, upright and reverse keywords, upright meaning, reverse meaning, and then talks about his experience creating the Magician card. And more about the symbolism in the card. So let's see. So these are the same for all of the major arcana. And I'm going to switch to the minor arcana before my battery runs out, like it just has a tendency to do quickly. I need some new batteries. And, okay, so Ace of Wands, again, upright, reverse keywords, upright meaning, reverse meaning, and another more about the symbolism. I almost said symbolatry. Wow, that's a good one. Okay, same thing for, okay, so it looks like they're all that way, all the way through the end of the deck. And now, at the end, of course, we have the Witch card, There's the two different versions and parting thoughts about the artist. Eric Maille is an independent illustrator living and working in Oklahoma. He graduated from the University of Oklahoma in 2016 and is a member of the Oklahoma City Area Artists Collective Art Group. Okay, there's more about him. There's more about the deck. All right, so I am really happy. I think this is a super good deal. It's huge. I know tree people, this is a lot of paper, but I just felt that I needed to do that. All right, so let's look at the cards again. We get a description card, and he talks about the first edition and the second edition. The back of these cards look like this. They are light, thin to medium weight card, but I prefer this weight of cards simply because it's easier for me to shuffle. They are borderless. They have rounded edges. I'm going to go through them a little bit quickly. They're basically the same as the ones in the other video, but these are the real deal, so I'm going to show them to you again. Because they have also the alternate cards. So we have the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, and again on the Major Arcana, the number, Roman numerals at the top. The title of the card is on a banner across the bottom. Okay, so the Lovers, we have that version with two men. We have a version with, I think this is, I don't know, two people. I don't know what gender they are. I don't guess it matters. And we have two birds, like lovebirds, you could choose. And then we have the two deer. Okay, so then we have the Chariot. Did I do that really fast? Sorry. The Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man. I find it interesting. Oh, that's Odin. Okay, because he has one eye. Death. And there is some color in the cards. Death, Temperance, and now we have the Devil. So there we have that version of the Devil. This version of the Devil. I think in the other Lover's card it was a man and a woman. A cat going after the birds. And the deer and the snake. Okay, now we have the Tower. And there... I thought there's another, oh, in the extension pack, in the expansion pack, there is a another tower. I can't wait to show you that. Okay, so the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, the World, the Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, 10 of Wands. And I like these are fully illustrated. They're not pip cards, so that's great. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, and King of Wands. Now, we have Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Six of Cups. I like the way these are like, some of them are really modern and some are not. Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, 10 of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and King of Cups. And then we have Ace of Swords, Two of Swords, Three of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, 10 of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, and King of Swords. And now we move on to the Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, I love that piggy bank, Knight of Pentacles, the lucky cat, Queen of Pentacles, and King of Pentacles, and then we have the Witch, and the other, there's 2 Witch cards. Alright, so that is the Inkwitch Tarot Deck 2nd edition, the legitimate copy, as opposed to the counterfeit copy, which we saw earlier. I'd like to show you the first expansion pack. Now, there are 2 expansion packs, and both of them are for use with the 2nd edition deck. They won't go with the 1st edition deck simply because he said the backs are not the same. Okay, it says this expansion pack includes 14 cards featuring alternate artwork for the 2nd edition Inkwitch Tarot Deck. These cards can be used to customize one's copy of the Inkwitch deck to best suit their taste and personality. I hope you enjoy making your copy of the Inkwitch special and unique to you. So that's really cool. And this was, let's see how many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, there's 14 cards. I had to count because I knew it was either 14 cards for $17, which is what it is, or 17 cards for $14. So it's $14 for 17. I'm sorry, I lied. It's $17 for 14 cards for the first expansion pack, and the 2nd expansion pack, I believe, is the same, but I do not have the 2nd expansion pack. I just want to show you this one. So we've got another version of the High Priestess, another Justice. We've got the Tower. The other one was the Atomic Explosion. This was actually a tower. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. And then we have the 3 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the King of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So I guess I can show you, it'd be really good for me to show you the comparison of the ones that we have, double of. So let me go back to, these are the doubles. Okay, so this is the King of Pentacles that comes with the deck, and this is the King of Pentacles in the expansion pack. So they're quite a bit different, as you can see. This is the Queen of Pentacles that comes in the regular deck, and this is the Queen of Pentacles in the expansion pack. So you can see the expansion pack is quite a bit different. And see, let's see, find the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the 10 of Pentacles in the regular. This is the 10 of Pentacles in the expansion pack. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so then we go to the swords, and luckily these are backwards. Okay, original King of Swords, expansion King of Swords. Then we have cups. Let's go to cups. We've got the 10 of Cups. So 10 of Cups, and then this is kind of a more traditional 10 of Cups, if you will. And then we have the 4 of Cups. It's a cat again, and it's very similar. The colors in the expansion pack seem a bit more vibrant, a bit different. Like this is very blue. This one is not. The cups are bigger. That's similar. That's the 3 of Cups. And then we've got the King of Wands. So you can decide for yourself if you think it's worth it to get the expansion pack. I mean, I think they're really cool. And I may someday get the second expansion pack. So Queen of Wands, this is the expansion pack one. The Knight of Wands, we have a peacock in one. This one's the original. And let's go to the Tower. Okay, so this was the original Tower with the atomic explosion, and then this is the expansion pack Tower. I think I prefer this one. And then we've got Justice is this one. This is the new one. Okay, we've got the High Priestess is right here. And then this is the new, I like the new High Priestess as well. So friends, that was my review of the Ink Witch Tarot deck. I'm going to make a part 2 so we can shuffle the deck. We can do a short reading for you, like a short reading from the book so you can see how it's written. So I'm going to sign off here of part 1. I'm going to make part 2, which is actually part 3 if you count the first one that I did on January 18th. So I'm going to count this as part 2, okay, of the Ink Witch video, Ink Witch Tarot video. And then I'm going to do part 3 where we dive a little bit into this very cool and big guidebook. So I want to thank you for being with me. I appreciate you. Please consider leaving a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel if you've not done so. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are. And I hope to see you real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.